So really interesting case happened today. This was Sean. He has a blue ink allergy, which is extremely rare. 1 out of every 15, 20 people with a red tattoo might have a red ink allergy, which is very common. So working with Sean, we have to be very careful. One, we don't want to re-agitate the area and cause an interaction with the epidermis. Second is that he has darker skin, so he's more melanated. And the laser that would normally go after greens and blue can be a little bit aggressive on him. So what we're doing is something that I tried a bunch of different settings to see which one reacted the best. We found that 1064 worked really well with a smaller spot size. And so what's really cool about this, it reminds me of a time I went to this presentation at the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. Now, they did a whole showcase on lasers there and how they're using them for art restoration. And they were taking these old paintings that have been in castles, and they have soot and oils and just a bunch of stuff on it. And they were able to use a 1064 YAG laser in order to remove all the crust and stuff that had been building up for years without actually affecting the art, to the point where they can tune it enough so that you can actually still see the brush strokes of the original painting, which I thought was really cool. And this kind of reminded me of how they did that. And so we're using the laser more as a resurfacing tool, where we're taking that top layer of keratosis type scarring that he's developed over the last few years. So really interesting. We're working with his artist. His artist has come in to give some advice on if we need to touch some stuff up. I white makeup the whole area. White makeup pencil isn't going to block the laser. It is a good guard though, and it keeps it from getting depth and messing up any of the line work that he had there. So preserving the art that's originally there and preserving the melanin in the skin while also giving the client something that he's really gonna be happy with living with long term without having to get it retouched again. So the next steps for Sean is going to be keeping it dry. We put a little bit of ointment on today just to infuse it with vitamin E, which is gonna help protect the melanin in the skin. The other step is just let it dry, get it crust, and let that crust fall off, and it's gonna reveal the fresh tattoo underneath. I've given him about 24 hours just to leave it alone, and hopefully just let it dry out for another week, and then we can start moisturizing with vitamin E and enriching the skin again. And that product we're using is called Novi, which is my product that I invented specifically for my skin type because it's super sensitive. But if I can infuse the skin with vitamin E, I'm doing a preventative thing there. The other thing is my ointment does not have anything in it that's going to heal the skin. I want the body to know something's happened as long as it's happened with any tattoo removal process. And so all I'm doing is infusing with vitamin E and letting the body do what it naturally does to break down the tissue. The more attention it pays, the better the results, the less treatments the client will need.